So one of the things out there we say is that you can grow food and a tomato will last you for a meal or for a week, but these relationships we're building will last a lifetime, and that value is just as important.
The Village Exchange Center is a multi-faith worship space that's a community hub where we have tenants, which we call resident partners, who run their own programs here. And then we also run programs like the Natural Helpers Program, the Village Food Pantry, the Village Farms at Stanley. The great part about the center being located in Aurora is that we are right in the middle of where the community lives. 80% of the refugees in the state of Colorado have been relocated within a mile radius of our center. It is critical for our community that they have access to healthy food. The Village Farm at Stanley is important to the Village Exchange Center because it is our first social enterprise and location over in Central Park. It is a way for us to bridge communities, for our community to have a space in Central Park at the Stanley Marketplace.
Yeah, Village Farm is unique to Aurora, I think, because I think it's a reflection of the incredible diversity we have here. I mean, I would say mostly through our programming and having the opportunity for cultural exchange out there feels extremely unique. And I also like to think that the diversity at the farm itself ecologically is reflective of our human community here too. We offer a whole bunch of stuff out there, really balanced on like production and programming.
Part of our food security process is that we are growing food by the community, and then that food comes over and is distributed through our village pantry. Last year, we did 1,600 pounds of food in our first year during COVID that we grew and that we distributed to our community members, which is just healthy, locally grown produce, which we feel is significant for our community members.
We have educational opportunities for youth and adults. For the kids, we're really focusing on our farm and sports camp, which we do throughout the summer. We have a carpentry for kids camp, and then for adults, we have our urban farming immersion training. The successes of Village Farms, I would say mostly having people who have recently arrived in the United States tell us that the farm feels like a second home to them. But then I would say also knowing that the food we're growing and all the care we're putting into that process gets kind of spread out throughout our community. So a lot of what we're growing comes back to the Village Exchange Center's food pantry. So as we're harvesting all of our kale bunches, for me just to imagine that that's going to be feeding families and giving them accessible, fresh, healthy food, for me it feels like a success.
The future of Village Farm at Stanley is to continue to be a bridge for our community members to gather and celebrate one another. So we're really trying to optimize the space so that we can really bring community together and find some social cohesion.
Well, we're super excited about all the work we've been able to do over this last year plus, and are incredibly excited about the opportunities to keep growing food, keep growing community in the years to come.